Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to bring you an update on Cardano ADA. A very important update, because when do we ever not bring you a very important update? I'm going to run through some tactical analysis, talk about what I see happening both short-term and long-term after this, pretty substantial correction we've had. So folks, like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads, and I'll tell you why. I was ringing the alarm bells on this channel, making multiple videos, screaming from the rooftops, telling everyone I could get my hands on. ADA had broken out bullishly out of a very macro ascending triangle. We were very likely to explode. That was at around 40 cents, folks. Even after this massive run up, if you'd been following us, and if you would have gotten in at, let's say, 45 cents, you could have been up over 130% on ADA. So folks, do yourself a favor, do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon to notify new uploads. Now, we've had quite a substantial correction. I've even seen on Kraken, folks. Kraken was really weird today. I saw a massive pullback with ADA and even Ethereum on Kraken. Like, let's look it up briefly here, because it was absolutely insane. Look at this. This has to be either some kind of glitch, or this is absolutely insane. ADA dropped, oh my god, like 80% down to 20 cents on Kraken. That's absolutely insane. If anyone got let's see how long that took, actually. Yeah, it was less than 5 minutes. It was probably like in 1 minute that took place. Well, actually, no. Oh my god. Over the span of, like, let's see how long that took. Oh my god, like 5-10 minutes. So you could, oh my god, you had like 10 minutes to buy that massive dip on ADA. That is actually crazy. That is insane. Imagine if you would have bought at 20 cents. Oh my god. What is going on with Kraken? What happened there? Even, like, I know this is a Cardano video, guys, and we're going to delve into the Cardano stuff, but it's worth mentioning some insane stuff that's happening with Kraken specifically. Like, look at this. Ethereum dropped to 800, 700 on Kraken. What is happening with Kraken? What is going on? That is insane. And again, look, it wasn't even just like, well, it was a flash crash, obviously, but there was like a 5-10 minute period where you could have bought in, like, below $1,000. There's, like, there's a little bit of time where you could have bought below them. That's absolutely insane. Yeah, look at that, folks. There's a few minutes where you could have bought below $1,000. That's absolutely crazy. What is going on with Kraken? So, we had a flash crash with the market today. Okay, so now let's try to figure out what's likely to happen right now in the short term, because that's why you're here. So, I've highlighted some key support and resistance areas that we need to keep our eye out for. Yeah, there we go. It's loading right there. I just want to begin, before we start really delving into a whole lot here. I want to update you guys with what I think is the most important support level for ADA, which is the 100 EMA on the 6 hour, this light blue line, and I'll show you why. Because if we zoom back, last time we pumped and dumped, found support around there. Pump, dump, found support on it. Pump, dump, found support on it. So the 100 EMA on the 6 hour, I believe, is the most important support level for Cardano. Because if we start to fall below this and close below this, I would be worried that Cardano is no longer short-term bullish. But as long as we remain above the 100 EMA on the 6 hour, I'm somewhat confident that Cardano is short-term bullish. So this is kind of the key level to look out for. So right now, at the time of recording, the 100 EMA on the 6 hour is currently between 77 and 80 cents. So I think this is theoretically the lowest we could fall to and still remain short-term bullish. Now, I think the previous peaks that we've had on our run-up, kind of below, $1 to 92 cents, is going to act as strong support. Obviously, we have a peak here. We have a massive increase in volume in the 90-cent range. So I think this area here is going to act as massive support. I think if like 91, 92 cents to $1 can't hold, I think then we have a very good chance of touching our 100 EMA on the 6 hour. So that's what I'm looking out for in terms of a pullback here. I think key resistance areas, I've highlighted some up here, kind of based off like areas we've wicked off. So kind of $1.07 to $1.08. Apart from that, I'd say $1.10 to $1.12. And ultimately, I think kind of the most important level is $1.15, because $1.15 was price reactive from back in the previous cycle, back in 2018. So I think $1.15 is kind of like the key inflection point. I think if and when we can get above $1.15 and hold that, I think we're tackling all-time highs and continuing with our bullish divergence here. So let's take a look at our indicators and try and get a sense of what's going on here. Let's start off by looking at the larger time frames. So looking at the daily, so something concerning, which is we're starting to see the histograms ticking down on the daily. The MACD line is starting to curve down, so we could see a bearish crossover on the daily, although bullish crossover on the weighted MACD, which acts as a leading indicator on the regular MACD. Stochastic RSI bullish crossover, although seems to want to have a bearish crossover. Looking at the RSI is overbought, making a lower high, so that is concerning. So we're starting to see some concerning signs. We're not really getting a strong confluence of reasons. Everything looks bearish except the weighted MACD. Let's take a look at the 12 to try to get a better sense of what's going on. Oh, look at that. Yeah, a 12-hour MACD seems to want to have a bearish crossover, and the weighted MACD had a bearish crossover, and the stochastics on the way down. RSI making lower highs, lower lows. Yeah, 12 is bearish, folks. 12 is bearish. That's not good to see. Now, looking at the 6 hours, kind of looking bullish. I mean, histogram's ticking up, weighted MACD curving up, stochastic RSI bullish crossover. So let's keep looking here, see what's going on. So 4-hour ticking up, weighted MACD seems to want to have a bullish crossover, stochastic RSI bullish crossover. Let's take a look at the 2. Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours starting to look bullish. We're seeing bullish divergence on the RSI as well on the 2 hour. If we kind of draw a resistance line like that, we see we broke out bullishly from our resistance line here, so that's good to see. So 2 hour does look bullish, and I bet you if we look at the 1 hour, it'll probably be continuation of the 2. It is bullish crossover on the 1. Let's look at the half. Yeah, even the half has room to go up still. So to kind of summarize what we see here, larger time frames look bearish. We're starting to see some signs of some strength on some of the higher time frames. We're not really getting a strong confluence of reasons. The shorter time frames seem like we want to have an impulse up. So ultimately, I think we really just need to be aware of some of these key resistance levels that I've mentioned earlier. Every one of these resistance levels we tackle, I think, makes it likelier that we're going to tackle the next resistance level up. So just, be in mind for like these key levels that I mentioned here, and basically just keep in mind for like like price reactive levels, like where we wicked off of, like how high the wicks reach. Those are going to be price reactive levels moving forward. And ultimately, I think kind of $1.15 is going to be a pretty substantial level to look out for. This level being kind of a very strong support. If these levels don't hold, kind of $1 to 92 cents, I think we're falling down to retest the 100 EMA on the 6 hour. Now, over the long term, ultimately, I don't know. Nobody knows for sure. Also, by the way, how could I have not have brought this up? Nobody knows for sure how high Cardano is going to go, but I do think Cardano has a good chance of reaching the dollars, over the long term. What I'm kind of saying is $5 to $10 by the peak of this bull run. Obviously, I don't know that for sure. I'm going to be scaling out more so based off time frames and less so based off certain price targets. Like whatever the market happens to give me near the top is when I'll sell. I do think Bitcoin is likely to reach a peak September, October, and I think Cardano is likely to reach its peak roughly a month after Bitcoin. I'm basing that off the previous cycles because Cardano reaches its peak roughly a month after Bitcoin, so I think something similar is going to happen this time around. And if you want to know why I think Bitcoin is going to reach its peak in September, October, join our Discord group, link down in the description below. There in our resources section, there's a chart that will fully explain why I think Bitcoin's going to reach its peak then and there. Now, another interesting thing is this could potentially be interpreted as a bull flag. We're in this downward moving channel. We're breaking out bullishly here. We have to see how we play off these resistance levels. But if we can continue to see bullish divergence and break above, and hold above $1, it's very good to see. As well, another interesting thing to look out for is the Cardano Bitcoin and Cardano Ethereum pairs. I think it's going to be very telling for the US dollar price. I rang the alarm bells on a video the other day, and this is extremely, extremely critical because I think looking at the Cardano Bitcoin and Ethereum pairs are going to be very important for understanding hidden bullish divergence and resistance levels. So we recently got above on the Cardano Bitcoin pair a major resistance level. Folks, this is the most bullish Cardano has been on the Bitcoin pair since the previous cycle. This is a giant deal. This cannot be underestimated. The fact that we got above this resistance level here, if we can continue to hold above this level, and that's an if, it's not a guarantee that we hold this level right now, but if and when we can hold above this, I think the US dollar value is likely to continue rising. As well, look at the Ethereum, the Cardano Ethereum pair. Folks, this is bullish divergence. So see, this is why it's good to look at different pairings, because you wouldn't have seen this bullish divergence if you were just looking at the US dollar price. So look at this, folks. Clearly a resistance level at around, just under 5.6, 5.7 here for the Cardano Ethereum pair. And as long as we continue to hold above these levels, I think the US dollar price for Cardano is likely to continue to explode. And as well, Folks, for those who don't know, we have a giant catalyst for Cardano a few months away. One of the biggest events in Cardano's history, which is the launch of Goguen and smart contracts. For the first time ever, Cardano is going to have smart contracts, meaning projects will now be able to be built using Cardano technology. That's set to release sometime March, latest Q1 2021. So sometime in the next few short months here, one of the largest events in Cardano's history will begin to start rolling out. So I personally believe that we're going to experience an anticipatory run-up leading up to that launch. So even if Cardano corrects further in the short term, folks, it doesn't matter. Dips are for buying. I don't think you don't want to chase pumps. You want to be buying when everyone's scared, when the sky's falling, because that's when the most return on investment potential is. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. These videos are not financial advice. I'm just kind of talking about what I would do in the hopes that you do more research on your own, come up with your own trading and investing strategy. And, maybe I mentioned a few things that you do further research on your own. So, those are some of the things I'm looking out for for Cardano. And if anything interesting further happens, we will definitely be talking about it in our Discord group. Again, link to join that will be down in the description and on this channel. Stay tuned, folks. If you guys want to support us, if you like what we do, consider joining our Patreon. Link for that down in the description. You get access to our VIP Discord group where we talk about low cap gems, catalysts, setups, all that good stuff. So link down in the description below to join our Patreon. That's it for now, folks. Take care.